It's been a interesting day. It's Saturday, and I watched Marina Jacoby this morning after getting some good downloads in my sleep last night. I've been having some very revealing conversations with Source and looking at myself and examining myself and being open to different perspectives and higher perspective on who I am and what I'm doing in my earth mission to align with who I am spiritually and what I incarnated here to do. I know a big shift is coming, and I am here, and I've got my surfboard, and I'm ready, and I've been surfing these waves for a while, and I've been anchoring the light, and I've been a pillar of it in my community, and I am leveling up to take on new challenges and to make better connections with soul family and to align ourselves with our divine mission and why we incarnated here to create a better world. Through the years, I've been on a mission to save the world. This was a low-key mission, I thought, that I just had as my deal between me and God. I found out that I was not alone at all, and this was my entire soul mission. And I have leveled up and raised to higher dimensions and higher perspectives. And I know the divine master plan. My soul has always been hard at work and in good alignment with mission, even when my earth self feels stressed or under pressure to be doing more. Doing the inner work is doing the outer work, and it's more important. We are in a holographic simulation, and what we are internalizing is what's coming up for healing, for our ascension, for the good of Earth, for healing the collective and for healing our own hearts. I've incarnated here to do really big, heavy lifting in this realm and in higher realms. I have been going through these shifts in my own life of leveling up and outgrowing people that I love and having to make shifts and to leave comfort zones that I was once enslaved by. A really huge timeline jump for me was leaving my ex New Year's Eve 2021 technically, is when I left him. And today I got a lot more confirmation that I made the right decision for myself. As my ex has been trying to contact me, and he was my ex of 10 years, and we were together. We knew each other since we were kids, and I loved him very much. I was a very sensitive child, and I had a soft spot in my heart for him, like a mother would. And I loved him, and I moved to San Diego. I always wanted to move to California anyway, and I had someone that I loved that was already living there. So I moved to San Diego back when I was 20, 27, 29. And we were opposites of the zodiac. He was born on 9/11, 1982. I was born on March 11th, 1983. He was exactly 6 months older than me to the day. And we were opposites, polarities in the zodiac, which was no surprise to me after learning my soul design and why I incarnated here and what my soul is here to do is to overcome adversity and to find strength through it. So I was with someone for 10 years that was unable to really understand me or fully communicate with me. He was very critical, and I am very free-spirited and sensitive. There were many difficulties in our relationship and in our lives, and I always felt like I had to be so strong for him, but I needed someone to be strong for me. And in many ways he was, and he was an angel for me to the best of his abilities. And I appreciated him and do appreciate him more now, because of course people take each other for granted. But he has, I left him and I got rid of all my stuff. I donated it to the Women's Homeless Shelter, and I bought a tent, and God just told me I had to go. And I was afraid. I was afraid because I had a brain injury that changed my life, and an ankle injury that also changed my life. And I have 3 plates and 14 or 13 screws in here. And I've had so many setbacks. I have had, I don't have any relatives to turn to. And it's just been me out here by myself in California. My dad died recently. My mother died in 2016 after my brain injury and accident. I had to leave the one person that meant everything to me because he couldn't handle my spiritual awakening. And I wasn't the same person anymore. I wasn't the same dimension. And he became very bitter and very critical and very pissy. And I was an awakening deity going through dark night of soul and coming out on the other side and realizing that I was a goddess and a divine feminine woman, and he couldn't even look at me. And I was with a man for 10 years that couldn't even tell me that I was beautiful. And all that love that I gave. And I felt like I had to be there for him and had to protect him, and like I had a duty to stay with him and to be there for him, even though I wasn't happy and I wasn't being fulfilled. With how things were going. So anyway, that I came out here and miracles happened and Source set the stage for me. I've been blessed to have met other angels and awakened souls and JP, and he's been giving me a place to stay on the beach, and he's the Mindy to my Mork. He has been my rock this past year and a half, and I don't know where my life would be without him. And he has very much raised the bar for men in my life and been a healer for me through this breakup and through coming out here and having my spiritual awakening and growing into my powers. And I came out a long time ago as one for total truth, and I've been in the pursuit of it for many years after going through enough illusion to realize that the only path and the only way forward was to be productive and to focus on mission and bettering this matrix that we're living in, because it's been hijacked by reptilian archon entities. And the reptilian archon entities have also hijacked the consciousness of those we love. I was living in a situation with Derek where that was very much the case, as I had awakened to my divinity and my infinite connection to Source and love. It started triggering his darkness, and I realized as I became awakened to who I really am, that I am a master of energy, and I have had to understand how my big energy affects those around me and those who are in need of healing and connection to Source. Many have tried to take advantage of these gifts that I have by parasiting on me or saying and doing things to try to trigger emotional reaction and bring me to a lower state of feeling disconnected from Source. As I have encountered these spiritual parasites through the people that I love, I have also increased my awareness as to what's happening on the other side of the veil. My ex has been trying to get in contact with me persistently through text and a couple phone calls. After my awakening, I felt like something told me not to reply to the text right away. I've been going so light speed with my ascension and my growth and coming into alignment with my mission that I didn't want to look back. I didn't want to go look in the rear view mirror. But after a few texts, and I haven't replied, and it's been a couple months, and yesterday he texted me telling me that he was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. I finally decided to text today and to reply. And my reply was very heartfelt and beautiful and helpful. And there was a lot of healing and thanks and gratitude. And sincerity. And his reply was to low vibe me. And mine was to say, your healing is within. And I hope you find it. I wish him all the best, as I know that we soul contracted for this script that played out in our lives that has led us to guide us on our paths. And I have no ill feelings towards him whatsoever. I have healed past that, and I have source. I will not apologize for outgrowing him. He had every opportunity to grow with me, but he chose not to. And by him low vibing me and coming out of nowhere to do it after I had been so kind and gracious, and my reply, it was confirmation from source that my intuition and listening to source and leaving him was correct. I've had to make great shifts and great sacrifices in my life, and I will always love that soul. And I will always wish him the best of health and happiness. It was also confirmation that I have completely evolved, and that he can no longer low vibe me or affect me emotionally in a negative way or trigger me. In fact, I have gotten so resilient that I've been in the power, like I've taken my power back. I am in the driving seat of my own life. And these things, this came up today to remind me of that. At the end, it was so low vibe, and I just ended up saying, thanks, Derek. Please continue to heal. Take care. And I used an angel emoji, and I thought that was pretty good, because I'm still in heaven, and he could not low vibe me, into the darkness of whatever he is going through right now in his dark night of soul. And that's okay. I was always further ahead of him, but he failed to realize that because he lived in a different dimension. And our soul contract at that time is, well, it's been completed. And I'm happy, and I want him to move on with his life and find his way. However, that is soul contracted with Source, with him, to do so. I am anyways, I think I'm gonna go for a walk in a little bit. My soul family of 144,000 are the best, and I am constantly sending you love and speaking to you in the astral, and I know that we are connected and that you understand and you feel me. And there is no doubt in my mind of this anymore, as I have been paying attention since my activation and noticing patterns in the universe and in us. And we are synchronized because we are a royal family. As we all do the inner work in healing with Source, these illusions of separation will continue to dissolve. We are finding unity with our soul families, and I have been ascending light speed for this, and I am so ready. My heart is wide open. I can't. I'm so excited to love all of you. Sometimes I have to take a step back, but it's not because I don't love you. It's because I love you so much that I feel like my earth vessel can't carry that much. So that's how much I love Soul Family. That doesn't even begin to describe how much I love Soul Family, but that is, it's big. And when I open that portal and have you in my life, my daily life, and we form our sovereign soul family communities and rebuild the kingdom of heaven, we are so unstoppable, and this earth is ours. And I've already seen it, and we're not doing it for ownership. We're doing it to give it back, to give freedom back to the people that have been enslaved by this draconian system that has parasited on our divine energy. We are free. So I'm good. I just am trying to figure out the best way to bring our family together. We have such great mission on this earth, and we've got a huge responsibility now that we have gone through all of this. We signed up for it. This is our soul contracts with God, so there is no going back to playing small in the matrix. I do not want to be forced into slavery, as I am an awakened queen and an old soul, and I came here to accomplish great things for the betterment of humanity. I'm not here to just be a wage slave and to pay rent and to die in a box and be unloved and yeah, I am pure divine love, and I've gone through so many lifetimes and so much fire of purification. I was master crafted by the hands of the Almighty. I am a masterpiece of God. We were born for this. You're all amazing, beautiful, infinite, immortal, eternal souls. And it's a hologram. And God loves us infinitely. So when you take that love and you give it to yourself and you nurture the garden that is you, and you pull those weeds and you allow the light to shine through and to allow healthy things to grow, you are truly performing miracles with Source. As we come up in our gifts and we grow our garden and our flowers, and we emit beautiful scents into the world, we help others to grow and to flourish as we do. And we are constantly being fed with abundance from Source, and we are constantly giving it back into the world, into the universe. The soul family that I connect with and that we form community with needs to be an elite class of spiritual warriors, such as myself. We are so sacred and healed by God that we need to be protected and to live in safety and security, because our spiritual work is so important for the world. I'm trying to figure out right now how I can perform my divine mission and to align my life with these downloads of higher consciousness so that I can do the most good for other souls. Right now, I can't even afford to pay my phone bill. And I'm working for God directly, and I need something to give, because light work is amazing, and I wouldn't choose anything else. I am an angel of God and a queen, and this is my work. But the pay in the matrix is, has been non-existent. My gifts are incredible, though. So I need a very strong community that has my back, that cares about me vibrating as high as I can, and as I care about them vibrating as high as they can, so we can all reach our highest potential and be living on our highest ascension timelines and creating utopia on earth. Because that is the way. Our healing is within. That is our salvation. That is source. That is love. If you want out of this matrix, you have to find your own way out with God. And there is a plan for you. You just have to grow and level up and do the inner work. And we have to get healthy. So however you need to make adjustments in your lifestyle to vibrate higher, I recommend getting on a program where you keep doing better. There's always room to grow, and myself included. I'm vegan, but I still snack too much. I'm not always the best with fasting. I want to do more as far as supplements. I still buy my food from a grocery store. I live in the city. I would like to grow my own food and have my own fruit trees and to have some land with my soul family. I am spiritually abundant and living in eternal bliss with God. And it's been proven that everything that's tried to come up to shake me from my path is, I have not been deterred from my divine mission. I'm ready for you, soul family. I've been doing this inner work because I love you and I'm ready. The way I see it is we're going to have huge communities. We've got to take back our land. It never belonged to the reptilians or the governments or the banks. They're just the frauds that have been profiting off of this lie that they created. The financial systems of the world are designed to enslave and to suck your divine energy. We've been enslaved by having to pay rents and pay for food and pay taxes on top of that. I mean, they've been raping humanity in every hole. Excuse my language, but to the truly awakened, it's really difficult to see. But when you go all the way through the rabbit hole, you find out that there's pure light on the other side, and it's God. And that's within all of us. Everyone is sovereign and has that ability to heal back into their most divine, pure state of being within. It's just how much of that old narrative are we willing to sacrifice? I want to sacrifice all of it, and we need to. Everything that is not natural and of our highest state vibration needs to dissolve, burn to ashes, and we will rise above it, pure and strong. We have won this spiritual war. Love wins. We are proof of it. My ascension and what I have gone through, people don't know the difficulties and the struggles that I have endured in my life and throughout my past lives. But it's more than most could bear. And you're welcome for this sacrifice. I did it for the healing of Mother Earth and for this shift that we're having. And it's been hard. I was telling JP earlier just how I can't do everything. I've had to be creator and protector and hunter and gatherer and all of these things all at once when I have very specific sacred soul design with God. I don't want, it would be a loss for the whole world for me to stay in slavery while it just burns down. With the gifts that I have and the knowledge that I have, I know too much to not keep growing. I should not have to be worried about trivial things anymore. I am here for the highest good of humanity. I am ready to make shifts in my life and to move to find higher alignment with angels and to spread our healing mission all over Gaia. We've got to start growing gardens everywhere, growing our own food. We need access to clean living water. Everyone needs a roof over their heads. Everyone needs and deserves love and angels to hold space. So I am here in the ultimate surrender. Everything that I thought I was in my life before my activation and awakening with Source is null and void. I found my true calling and I found my power with God. Now I'm ready to have the good times and to reunite with family, to share stories, to help each other, to be friends for each other, and just to live it up, to enjoy life's natural, healthy pleasures, and to turn up the volume, to dance, to connect, to live in flow and harmony, and not always be forcing ourselves to not be in our divine rhythm. We shouldn't be ruled by time or the clock. Time isn't even real. We shouldn't be ruled by trying to make a living wage and living in survival and lower chakra systems. We need to be living in our upper chakra systems and shining our rainbows fully and completely. Human beings are batteries of energy. The Archon reptilians do not vibrate as high as we do. They do not have the divine powers that we possess. And that's why they parasite on us. And that's why they use so much trickery to lower our vibration and to cash in on our manifestations. They've been doing this for a very long time. Now that Soul Family and I are activated and awakened, we are in this path with God to stop this from happening. We work extremely hard for the good of all humanity. We deserve proper compensation for our work. Because we have a lot more we have to do. I want to start a fund for awakening star seeds to exit the matrix. We need to have our healing mission spread all over the rainbow grid, and to be living in love and connection with Source. So many of us are awakening at this time, and it is really important for all of us to be helping. I personally need help. I've put all of my energy into my work with Source. I have tried to push money concerns out of my mind and just believe that Source knows and is answering my prayers, and abundance is coming. But I do feel the pressure in my life and the challenges that are happening are there to help me evolve and to break from my comfort zones more, and to speak up and to use my voice so that I can help others. I am coming out of this long dark night of soul, and I have accepted mission, and I am finally speaking. I have so many dimensions, and I have so much to teach that I've really got to make more time to getting this out there. And I want to make a life of it. This higher minds and ascended masters we need to get unified. And I know that we've all been working our individual missions, and that's good in everything, because we all have we're different pieces of the puzzle. But when we put these pieces together, we realize that we are all just different souls incarnated, or the same soul incarnated into different vessels. We are all unique and custom made by the Almighty, and everything is going to fit together perfectly. As long as we are living through our hearts and for our love for humanity and the highest good for everyone, and we are of pure intentions, then we've got this. I just want to speed things up a little and get to the good parts, because the children need us. The children need us to do it. It is urgent. No more brainwashing. No more raping our future by hurting our kids or hurting ourselves because we are children of God. This kind of went on a little while, but and I know I don't want to sound like a broken record on some things, but I am feeling that I need to put emphasis on these needs right now, because I'm being called to higher mission, and I know many of you are as well. So we have to get our ground game. And our ground game is going to take all hands on deck. We need a whole army of angels. I am here for the awakened, and for the ones who respect my soul and my work and truly are not just trying to drink from my cup, but they are also willing to pour and pour into other cups, because we can do this. And I have the love, and I have the willpower, and I have the determination, but I need the teamwork. And it's happening. It is happening in this earth realm and in my life. I have great friends, and I have great angels, and I mean, I was just talking to my friend Adriana today and telling her my life situation and where I'm at right now. And she's a great older soul too, to just speak my truth to. And just by me working on finding that alignment and integrating all of these downloads into my present state of consciousness and adjusting my life to adapt to being a higher dimensional being from heaven and living that state on earth, no matter, regardless of any lower entities that try to fuck with me, I am bulletproof because I have source. So grateful. And every day I have these moments where I just feel like, oh my God, how was I this chosen? How was I unaware of it for so long? So many miracles. But I understand now, and I understand that where you put your energy is, and what feeds it back is so crucial. So we have to be giving our energy to higher beings, and to back to mother, and back to the children, and back to innocence and purity and love. Anyways, that being said, I am gonna go outside and play again. Adriana's still out there, so I'll probably hang out with her and talk to her some more. And I definitely want to go to the park and do some exercising, maybe go for a walk at the Tijuana estuary and watch the birds and smell the flowers. I always enjoy walking over there. I've got soul family that I've been thinking about a lot that are reuniting and getting to back to mother and living on the land and off the grid. I am with you guys in my heart. I am trying to figure out things financially on my end so I can get out there. I am serious about doing a GoFundMe, and also my Cash App and Venmo are in my Twitter profile, and my links in my bio. If anyone wants to help me and my mission, because if I win, we all win. That's how determined my soul is. So I hope that you will invest in me and my work, and I pray every day. And I know that it's happening and that God has already answered my prayers. Hopefully it has already happened and through God. I just have not yet received. So I'm here, and I love you, and I want to work and do mission to the best of my abilities. So that's what we're doing, and I can't do it without your support. If you have been listening for this 52 minutes and 15 minutes, thank you for hearing me out and listening to me. I'm gonna keep trying to be more consistent about putting videos out and speaking my truth. And I thank all of you for doing your inner work and having your conversations with Source to help better the world and to free us from the chains of slavery. It is going to take total unification and coming to light, but we are doing it, and it's obvious, and I'm seeing it vibrating out in the hologram, and our good deeds are coming back to us in so many forms. We get to see and we get to enjoy it. So just keep being love and keep vibrating high, and you are magical. You're making miracles every moment just by being your beautiful soul. If you can do more, then do more. If it's not time for you to do more yet, then don't overextend yourself. I love you, and thanks again for listening, and thanks again for opening your hearts and understanding what we're dealing with in this, and what we need to do in the future to make things better and set things right in the universe again. Okay, I love you. Have a great day. Bye.